Other songs, Numb. I like it. You know, it has that big, you know, the way it's produced, your voice sounds big on it. You know, rapping and singing at the same time. What went behind Numb? Seems like it's also a really spiritual, in-depth look at yourself and how you're thinking of certain things when it comes to relationships.
Exactly. And that state of mind in particular was very intense, right? I needed the intensity to come across in my voice. It was very impulsive when I wrote it. I didn't plan on, again, one of those things I didn't plan on like releasing it. A lot of my music is impulsive. But I needed something to match what I was feeling. And so I just went through a pack that I had and I was like, all right, let's just start playing the beats. And it was that one and it just came to me and it just started flowing. Basically about like seeing somebody and knowing that they have more healing to go through. And you cannot quite reach people who aren't on your level, or maybe I should say they can't reach you, right? Because the saying goes, people can only meet you as far as they've met themselves. And I met this person and they were just a little bit numb. And I'm so very like loving and warm as far as my own healing, as far as how I've been able to regulate my nervous system and my perception and my own reality. And just seeing that this person had been numb to being able to really feel like who I was, just the love that I had to offer. And I needed to write about it. I was kind of like, you're numb, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I was kind of like, you're numb, like, but I've also been there, so that's why I can recognize it. And that's why I also like said, I get so numb, I can't feel you, you know, like, I get so numb, I can't feel you in the hook, but on the verses, I'm talking about somebody else completely. Right. So I kind of like, I flipped it, and it's a minor thing, but I was like, that's just me saying, I've also been there. This is not a judgmental space. I'm not coming like at you in that kind of way, but I recognize it and I understand where that's at and I understand where it's gonna go because I can't do nothing with that, you know?
That's what I was about to say. It's a mindful observation.
Yeah, I thought it'd be different, you know. I did a little Linkin Park flip real quick. I thought it would be interesting.
Okay, I was wondering. Okay, I'm like, yo, what is this? Did she use something in this? So that's what it was. It was a Linkin Park influenced into it.
I love Linkin Park. Yeah.
Oh man, I was watching. What was I watching a couple weeks ago on Netflix? They put all the Saw movies on there, and Chester Bennington is in one of the movies. And I was like, oh snap, that's right, he's in one of these. Because like Linkin Park, you know, you always hear the music, and I'm like, that's right, he was in a movie. So you know, thinking of Linkin Park, and I went ahead and listened to a few tracks after I watched the movie. But yeah, most definitely. That's actually really cool that you got all these influences, especially I did not expect to hear Linkin Park in relation to that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, dealing with people with, you know, when it comes to, people that are numb or anything of that nature, you know, you got to have a certain degree of patience, and you got to track patience. What's the deal with it? Because it's a hip hop track. You have some verses. I remember on social media, you just dropped one verse and then you dropped a snippet, and then you were trying to, you know, you kind of gradually release a song, which a lot of artists do. But that was one of the methods that you used for that one and promoting that one. What was the deal with Patience? I liked it. It was a nice bouncy track, and it seemed like it was a little bit laid back. It was in between. It wasn't intense, but it was like, okay, this is cool. This is nice to hear.
We were just chilling with it. We were just chilling.
Picture vividly and show you what you give to me. It's more than all the chivalry. It's talent and your energy. The kind of thing that's meant to be. You're more than just a friend to me. Exactly who you said you'd be. You stimulate me mentally. A businessman, a scholar, a protector, and a gentleman. The realest man of Allah. He's benevolent and genuine. He's confident. He's focused. He's invested and intelligent. Tell us all about the sex. That kind of talk's irrelevant.
So my goal was to release a song a month, right? And just the video wasn't done. The video ended up being pushed back like 3-4 months. I was hot. So like, you know what? I'm not even gonna drop the video. I'm just gonna take verses and like the hook and just just drop little visuals for it. So that's kind of why I dropped it that way, and that's so funny you noticed that. But that's exactly why I dropped it that way, just because it threw my timing off. But yeah, it was just like, I'm just riding this beat. It was a hip hop beat, again, the boom bap beat from one of the Creative Space producers that had won, and I think that was another beat that he had sent me.
Okay.
And I don't know, my heart, I feel for hip hop.
Yeah.
It just speaks to me. And I was kind of in a situation, I was like, this would be dope. Let me let my mind wander and see like where I can take this to. And I was literally just driving. I do a lot of writing while I'm driving.
Right.
I had like an hour drive or something, and I just started like jamming with it out loud, and I was like, oh yeah, let me write that down. And it just kind of like, that's how it became. It just came out like that.
Yeah, you be rapping. Like, yeah, I noticed that. You know, that's the thing. Like, you know, going back to inauguration, and then yeah, like with Patience, and yeah, you definitely like to rap. Mm-hmm. It's almost to a point where I forget that you can sing, and so when I do kind of, you know, I listen to it, and then I'm like, it's like, that's right, she also can sing too. Mm-hmm. And then, so it's all one big mix. And of course, R&B and hip hop has always been like that, but definitely with you, it's just like, oh, that's right, she can sing too.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, let me get my Lauryn Hill on real quick.
There you go.
Because she is like one of the greatest to do it, and I would follow in her footsteps.
There you go.
Degree, you know what I mean? She's
most definitely. And you also shot the Patience video. Was that in San Diego?
It sure was. I could tell. It was on the bay, the Coronado Bay.
I could tell. Mm-hmm. San Diego's beautiful. I love it.
It really